What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Gustavo's Texas Garage. So I know it's been a while since I made a video, so here I am. I'm here, I'm still alive. A little update, got custom plates on the King Ranch now. Just says Gus King Ranch, Gus KR. But today we bring you a new toy to the channel. What a beautiful sky. There's Cody. Wow, I wonder what it is. There it is. The new toy. I think it's 1998, right?
Yep.
1998. We just picked it up. I got one of those crazy urges, and I said, man, I need to buy a car today. Me and Cody went this morning and looked at 3 different cars. The first one was a 2010 Dodge Challenger SRT. That thing was a piece of junk. Then I had decided that I wanted to go look at this 1997 Ford Mustang Cobra. It's the 4.6 with the 4-valve, 310 horsepower from the factory, I think. Got there, called the guy, I was at a dealership. As I got there, we're pulling in. The guy's like, yeah, I got it. Come check it out. As we got there, literally as we're pulling in, somebody's pulling out of the dealership with it. And I'm like, hey, what the heck? He's like, hey, man, this guy messaged me earlier the week. I had no idea who was coming. He just showed up. So they're test driving it. So we waited for the guy to test drive it. He stalled it out like 4 times. So we were kind of like, okay, either something's wrong with that car or this kid does not know how to drive manual. So he comes back. He's like, yeah. He's like, nothing's wrong with it. He said, I just couldn't get in a gear. Well, so then me and the guy had already agreed on a price, but he said since the guy was there first, he gave him first dibs. So pretty much at that point, I done messaged a bunch of people, and I was kind of like giving up hope. I was like, all right, maybe today's not meant to be. So then this thing comes up, and I'm not gonna lie, the pictures when they listed it looked terrible. It looked terrible. I was like, man, call this guy, a really nice gentleman. He was older, he had Parkinson's, and he said he builds cars. He built this one. And he was just looking to get rid of it. So we get there, and man, this thing, like, just from the, as soon as we pull up, I was like, okay. I was talking myself out of it as I was going there, and when we get there, I'm like, okay, this thing is a lot cleaner than I anticipated it to be. So body perfectly clean. It's got some sun fading on certain spots as I'm walking around. I'm sure you can see that. But it's got 106,000 miles on the body, and the interior, here it is. It's pretty freaking clean. It's got the Targa top, removable. It is automatic. I was looking for a manual, but honestly, this thing just kind of gave me nostalgia. I can't even say it. Well, anyways, it gave me memories of my old 2008. As soon as the guy turned it on, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy this thing. So this is typically an LS1. They come with the 5.7. This is not a 5.7. This is a 6.2 liter LS2. The guy completely built it. I'll upload the pictures of. It's got like 500 miles on the build. It's got a big old cam. It's got long tube headers, Corsa exhaust. I mean, this thing, cold air intake. He redid the whole thing, and he actually took us to his shop, and he was building a couple other engines and stuff like that. It was really cool. Older gentleman. He told me he's just past the stage of being like, he's almost to the point. He's gearhead all his life, but he's getting to the point where he can't even work on the cars as much anymore because he's got really bad Parkinson's, and he said his wife really wanted him to get rid of it because this car is wicked. I mean, when you punch the gas on this thing, it just goes sideways immediately. So I'm going to give you guys a cold start. Well, I guess, I mean, it's kind of been cold. We just washed it, cleaned it off. If you want to get the rear, we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't embarrass me and not turn on. So there we go. As you see, big old cam. I think we got an issue with the lights. They keep flickering. It's got lights underneath it. Oh, good now. Yeah. So there we have it. I mean, this thing's pretty nasty. It's got a 3,200 RPM stall, a rev limiter, so 4L60E. I don't know what else we're going to do to it. I mean, it's pretty much completely built already, from what I know. We'll see what we can do to it. I definitely want to do more cosmetic stuff. Maybe we're going to end up wrapping it. Cody's trying to convince me to do a wrap myself. Me and him, he wants to attempt to wrap it. Just build some content for the channel. Definitely plan on doing some street racing. I'll upload some of those videos later, but I want to make sure that it's 100%. I need to, it needs an alignment pretty bad. So I'm going to do an alignment, new tires in the front. It's got the C5 Z06 wheels. I kind of like them, so I might keep them. I think they're replicas, but other than that, man, right now I'm just going to drive it. It needs a stereo because it's got like the old stereo, so just little stuff like that. Gonna upgrade the headlights. I'm not a big fan of these headlights. I already did polish them to get the haze out of them, but not a big fan. I mean, probably do new headlights, new fog lights, fix anything else that needs to be fixed, and then that is it, guys. But we'll take you guys for a ride. So, I mean, it's a pretty badass car for what it is. Right now, the alignment is terrible. The front tires are completely gone. We do have the target top off. It does not have any AC, so obviously we are in Texas, so we do need to fix that AC. The guy said that he did everything except just hook up the last line and then obviously fill it up. He swears up and down at work, but obviously, you know me, I'm negotiate, so I use that to my advantage. And then it needs a wheel speed sensor, so traction control is off and ABS lights on. Other than that, I mean, so far this car is, I don't want to piss the neighbors off in the neighborhood and like floor it, but it's been great. Like, I'm super excited. I'm personally not a huge fan of C5s. I don't know what it is. I mean, to me, I had the C6 and I like the C6, but again, the reason I got rid of my C6, I ended up trading in my C6 for which also was headers, cam, all that shit. The reason I ended up getting rid of my C6 was because I actually wanted a car with more reliability day to day, like I could drive it. This is back when I lived in Indiana. I ended up trading in for the Scat Pack, but I'm like, fuck it, it's just a toy. I mean, I don't really care for the technology. There you go, that rev limiter kicked in. That was about 0 to 80. Not 0, probably like 20, we were rolling. But yeah, it's a freaky car, man. I mean, you start, like, even if you're just cruising at 30, 40 and then you punch it, it breaks the wheel. The guy swears up and down, which I don't really believe. I think the 6.2s have about 420 horsepower stock. He claims with the full build cam, it's got a new crank, got everything, new bearings, new everything, pistons. He swears up and down that this car should be pushing like high 500s, low 600s to the wheel. I doubt it. I don't think it's that fast, but I do believe it's got to be at least high 400s to the wheel. Yeah, maybe not even that much. I bet you it's probably like 450 to the wheel. which, you know, maybe we'll make a video. My buddy Andy lives in the neighborhood. He builds LSs and does all the projects, so maybe I'll have him take it to the dyno and see what it really puts out, and then we'll, I guess, add on to that. What do you think, Cody?
I think it's a badass car.
Honestly, we were driving to get it, and Cody was just, I was talking myself out of it. I had just talked to my buddy Alex, and my buddy Alex was like, man, I love the way your mind works. Like, whenever you're going to look at a car, you're convincing yourself, you're already talking yourself into buying it, and I think it's hilarious. And it's true, that's exactly how I operate. I'll be going to get something, and I'm like, I'll start like comparing it to something I've owned in the past, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be so cool, I missed that, I'm gonna, you know, go get this, and then it doesn't end up working out, whatever. So now I'm on my way to get this one, and I was just like, nah, it's probably like, again, the old man just did not take very good pictures. I don't know if it was him or his wife. I'm like, this thing is gonna be a ragged out piece of shit. I normally don't like to buy cars that are already built, because you never know. You never know like what people do, what parts they do, and especially if they don't have paperwork. The guy didn't have any paperwork because he built it himself. He had part numbers and all that. He sent me all those pictures. But see that? Got sideways. Man, that's so fun. Scared the shit out of the guy walking. I felt bad about that. But yeah, I was convinced. I was like, man, I ain't fucking buying that thing. It's gonna be a piece of shit. And then we get there, and as soon as I laid my eyes on it, I'm like, okay, this thing is not a piece of shit. I guess the backstory on the car is the guy ended up getting it with no engine, or a blown engine. He had a Chevelle, like he had parts that he traded away for this thing. So what he did is he got a 6.2 block and then just built it out. And then after that, the rest is history. And now he's got 500 miles on it, and it runs like a rape date. And yeah, now it's mine. Yeah, there goes the rev limiter. And these front tires are about as bald as can be. Like, when you got no traction when you're steering. So that's not fun. Cody's over here fucking holding on for dear life. So I've never had a car with a rev limiter. If any of you guys know, let me know. I know it's fucking weird because it'll let you go all the way through the gear, and then it'll limit the revving. Like it stops from, but it also stops the shift. You have to almost hit the gas, let the take your foot off the accelerator before it gets to 6,000 RPMs. Then it shifts, and then you can keep going. So that kind of throws me off. I don't know if it's I don't know. The guy claims that's the rev limiter. I don't know. I've never had a car with a rev limiter. I don't even think my CE6 had a freaking stall when I camped it. It was a very mild cam. So if you do know, let me know if that's how a rev limiter works. I got to do my own research. But yeah, this is it, guys. I'll pull in the parking lot. Pull into the parking lot to give you guys a last walk around before we kill the video. And then let me know in the comments what you think about the car, what you think I should do to it, and what your I guess leave some guesses in the comments what you think power wise it's gonna make when we take it to the dyno. All right, well, here we go. Here it is, and in all its glory, here it is. So there you go. You can kind of see the sun fading on the hood. All that shit's fading. Man, I really can't believe I have a C5. Like I said, I've never been a fan, and that's the only reason I say I can't believe I have a C5. So we'll see. We're definitely going to abuse the ever-living shit out of this one. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Gustavo's Texas Garage. No promises, but I do hope to be a lot more active now with the channel. Y'all say bye to Cody. And then, well, actually, you know what? Cody, record me taking off. How about that? Give him a goodbye.